Typically, those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Touchdown, Washington. C.J. Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Time running out here on the play clock. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
In motion right comes Funchess. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. K1 short, able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. From the end zone, Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now it's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's not always as trite as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. Looking for Funches, but it's intercepted. Picked up on the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And now running right through it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Carolina. And even 60 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is McCaffrey, and his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Panthers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. He'll look to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Toss play. This is Anderson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So it's halftime. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here we go now.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This one caught by Crowder. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Redskins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw again. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Space to run past the 20. Out to the left here to Reed. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He's got daylight. The 40, 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means going.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Carl Lawson in there to record another sack. Their sixth of the afternoon. They're going to look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay, though, you didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Doxson with a grab over the middle. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Getting the call is Anderson running left. C.J. Anderson. Touchdown, Washington. C.J. Anderson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with the second score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I just
that.
appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 59 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, Langford. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Redskins on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw. It's brought in by Doxson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. C.J. Mosley in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Back to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. C.J. Mosley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll try and throw for it here. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The tight end Olsen in motion. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Second down following the run. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
23 yards on the play.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Ioannidis able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt. 3 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 Short in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Langford. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Still to go here on 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Here's Newton. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll look to throw. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Jordan Reed has it. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 36. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll set up a throw. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
LOV on my right leg, that's Gucci. Hear what I'm saying? LOV on my man, that's Poochie. Hear what I'm saying? Caught a little jet lag, but I'm golden. We deserve Grammys and some Oscars. They deserve Whammies, they imposters. I be rolling with my project homies, it's a vibe. I just put the homies, it's a vibe. Over switch sides, it's a vibe. Yeah. I gon' do it, gon' do it, gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a I pull up in several different options. That I will most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. Gotta be on the thinker. I say. What? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled.
I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85.